Good morning, everyone. Alison Callan here on my Facebook business page, and I am talking to the incredible Courtney Laura from Kismet VA Virtual Assistants. And Courtney and I are coming to you live this morning to share some of her wins and successes through the Conscious Creation Business Accelerator, which I'm so excited about. So welcome, Courtney. How are you going?
Hi, I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for doing this. This is such an exciting interview because I'm really looking forward to diving into what you've experienced whilst you've been in the Conscious Creation Business Accelerator, which is my 12-week group program. 12 weeks. We're smiling because we had a conversation about this a moment ago and I realised how many successes and wins Court's had.
Yeah.
So Courtney is currently in the accelerator and she's on week 11. So next week is her last week in the accelerator, and we are celebrating everything that she has achieved. So let's go back to the beginning. So Kismet VA Virtual Assistants has been up and running for how long, Courtney?
It's just going on 7 months. So the first couple of weeks of December was when I started to get the ball rolling. So I was just bringing everything together. So yeah, getting all my paperwork, knowing all my skills, my website, socials. That was when it began.
Awesome. And what were you doing before the accelerator? What was business like for you before we met and before you joined the group?
I was a bit lost. I knew I have a bit of business background with my family, but it was just trying to figure out, how do I find clients? How do I do all the pieces that involve running a business? And there's a lot of the personal elements as well as professional elements to take on. So I was actually a little bit lost in all of that and figuring out what I needed, how to do it. And I had little bits of help, but it was moving slow. It was moving very slow.
Did you have like a really clear vision at the outset? Did you know, this is exactly what I want to do, this is how I'm doing it, this is what I want to do? What did that look like for you?
50-50. I knew I wanted to do the virtual business, and my particular skill set, I knew what I could offer, but it was getting it out there and really sort of showing people, okay, this is who I am. And that's where I was like, that figuring out how to actually tell people, that was a bit harder.
Yeah. And how did that make you feel at the time?
Frustrated. There was lots of just wanting to throw it in because it was just a bit of a struggle. It was when you're not like, there were elements that were very unclear. They weren't on point. So at those times it was just sort of, it was hard to know really where to go from there.
Yeah. Okay. So what made you reach out for a coach?
I was introduced into the Conscious Creation community in your Facebook group, and just seeing the style of the posts and seeing your lives, and like I just connected with you. There was a level and of like that energy and that the way you presented yourself. I just went, okay, I need to know more. I need to just see what this is about. So it really grew from that moment where I got to know you, and then realized that we both shared a really similar passion for what we did, and it fit. So that's grown from there.
Yeah, that's amazing. Did you know much about coaching, or what coaching could do for you before we connected?
Not at all. I hadn't even considered it. I know my parents did stuff a long time ago, and I was sort of around it, but I was probably 10. So, I really didn't comprehend how. Like, I'm very much you give me tools to use, not necessarily a hammer and a chisel, but you give me those mental tools to use, and I can thrive. That was I could see those things in the group, and that's where it sort of made me think maybe this is worth an investment.
Yeah, I got really excited because I felt the same with you, like that, like connection. I could feel the passion that you had for what you wanted to create. And I knew there was just that element of making it tangible, making it actually seem realistic, and breaking it down into, this isn't a pipe dream. This isn't something that is just something you'd like to do one day. This is actually, let's put a date on it. It's actually get out there and start creating a strategy and a structure, and get those clients and build your business and make this actually happen. So, okay, what did you expect when we had a conversation and I was sharing about the Conscious Creation Business Accelerator? What were you thinking you were walking into?
11 weeks ago is a long time.
Not in the business world.
No. I think I could just see that there were going to be conversations to be had, and ways that you could just look at what I was doing and say, here's those tools, which is what I'm always looking for in all my aspects, to just have something, a concept I haven't heard of that I can apply to what I'm doing that can just bring the best out in me. And so that's what I was hoping for, was just along the way discovering little tools, figuring out what's going to stick, what doesn't really work, what, like picking and, just trying to find those habits, those healthy habits for waking up each morning and having a good day and a productive day, not just waking up and doing an hour's work and being over it.
Yeah. So when you actually got into the accelerator, what did you experience? Like, how was it different to what you thought?
I was very shy at first, because seeing myself on camera, even now, it's like I'm looking at you, not myself.
And I'm looking at you too.
There was just, I was shy, and I really wasn't sure. Like, it took a couple of in that first watch, we do like sort of an hour, 2 hour session, depending on how many of us were in the group. And it sort of often, I was glad I was sort of second or third, because it took me a minute just to figure out what to say and feel comfortable, because I'm just naturally a shy person. But over time, I really just opened up. I think there's elements where I things I would forget and just wouldn't say. But
yes, because so much happened.
I just felt that even in our small group, we just, all of us doing different businesses, but we all just connected. Like, I love the girls that I'm working with in the accelerator, and I hope to keep in touch with them beyond next week, which I can't believe is our last week. And that's that was it at the start, was just going, all of these women are on my wavelength. Like, I've found my people. Definitely
found your people. Definitely. So would you share with us some of the successes that you have, that you've had since you've been in the accelerator?
Well, I think let's go with the biggest one that I know we're both smiling about. I went from 1 client to 8 clients in that time. So all of them are different industries. That's the biggest. But on a personal level, I've gone from what I feel like, confidence down around my knees to it coming out everywhere. It's just, that's been a huge thing personally and internally, that I can do this. And a lot of, I can give that credit to you and the girls that we've been working with. That
the credit goes to you. You've done the work, and it's been amazing. Yeah, you've done the work, and it's been amazing. And now you have 8 clients. 8 clients that are saying, Courtney, you can do the work. You have to do the work, because you've actually got a business now.
Yes. I actually had one of those clients yesterday that was like, By the way, I'm sending you some of these products. Like, you've helped me do this from the ground up. I hope you're in this for the long haul. So that was nice confirmation that it's not just this initial setup phase I'm doing with them, but it's going to be long term. So it means I'm, through the accelerator, I'm becoming my best me, which means I'm attracting the long term clients, not just the one offs. So, and that's big.
Yes, because you've established a business structure. You've got a strategy, you've got a client experience journey that you're taking people through, and you're actually creating a sustainable business that lasts, which is the most important thing. When you joined the accelerator, did you think that in, 11 weeks that would be possible?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all. Everything just put me in the right place to get all of this happening. So yeah, I didn't expect to be where I am now.
Yeah.
Back then. Yeah. At all.
And with everything that's been happening in the world as well, because I know one of the biggest things was, I think we were in week 3 when all of us in the accelerator went, oh my God, isolation is happening. The world is shutting down. Businesses are losing business. And yet you guys all thrived. And personally, professionally, and we had a team to go to when things were tough. And this was probably one of the most toughest times that we could have experienced in establishing, growing and scaling businesses. Yeah.
I think timing was definitely good, but I think, virus and lockdown or not, we still just had this immense growth because of what we were learning, the principles, and like every conversation we had, if I did this in 6 months' time and the world was normal, or 6 months ago before it even happened, I think this growth, it was just really special to have when we were going through that mental challenge of this virus, this lockdown. Just having that support and being a part of the groups just was incredibly valuable.
Yeah, I felt that too, and we had somewhere to go. It was another little community within the wider communities that we had, where we could just have that detailed depth conversation and reach out. And so what is life and business like for you now, 11 weeks into the accelerator?
I get up each day with real purpose, and I think one of the significant tools that stuck are the morning rituals and the evening rituals, and it's just those simple moments of taking a moment to stop, put the energy into the morning, and going, this is what I want to do today. In the evening, reflecting on it, knowing what I want to accomplish tomorrow, and each day I've been getting better and better at it, and getting up with that, in setting those intentions. And these are little things I would never have known, and I had never really heard of or thought of before. So there's so much power in that. You can just go, oh yeah, you get up and do like a morning meditation or whatever, but when you do the tools that the accelerator teaches, it's been really powerful.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So what are you going to be taking away? So after all of this time, we've got 1 more week left. What are the skills that you've got now that you know are going to endure? Because that has been the thing that I've said from the outset, is that this is all about sustainable business building. It's not about quick fixes or, marketing tactics that don't last. This is about, client experiences, nurturing that passion and creating something that has got longevity in the world for you in terms of fulfillment and contribution as much as business. So what is it that you're going to be taking away? What is going to stick with you for a long time?
Primarily those rituals and the pathways that we work through, reminding myself, like, there were lots of affirmations, remembering to do those things morning and evening, because it can reset your energy. If something in the day just doesn't go quite right, that's such an easy reset. So those things are important, because if you have a bad client day or something happens, those things help keep you on top. And mental blank. Sorry.
Structure, business structure. It's all dawning.
About people watching this. Sorry. Yeah. The structure, yeah. So
can you believe you're actually doing this? Given how introverted and shy you are, you've actually come on here to shout about your successes, to share how you've grown your business, to look at yourself. You have no idea how proud I am of you. One of the biggest things you said at the beginning of this is that it took you 2 weeks to kind of come out of your shell and really feel at home within that community that we'd created in the accelerator. And now look at you. You're live on my business page talking about how flipping amazing you are and all the things that you have achieved in your business. You should be so proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. So what would you say to somebody who was in your situation, who was like you? What would you say to them about doing the accelerator?
I think just jump in. Even though if you like those unsure feelings, those people or generally when it comes to coaching, people are like, I don't really know that, I can do that on my own. But you're wrong. There's nothing like having that support network, someone like Alice can go to and say, hey, I'm stuck on this little bit. How do I get over this? And we do the weekly lives, and you've got that chance to just have that conversation. And even in the groups, you can jump in the group and go, hey, what do you think of this? What's your opinion? And you've got just all these women that want to see you succeed. And it's not about competition, and it's not about I'm going to do better than you. It's about let's get everyone at their highest frequency and in their best self. And it's like there's often things that'll come up that are like, oh, I can't do it for this reason, I can't do it for that reason. Ignore that. You can. You just make it happen, and you can see the change. You can see that you'll see the growth. It'll just happen. And from 1 to 8 clients in my case really speaks for itself.
I just think that's amazing. And like you said, they're not quick fix clients. They're long-term, lasting. You have you actually acknowledged you've got a fully fledged business, and you know how to acquire clients, you know how to onboard them, you know how to give them the experience that Kismet virtual assistants expects, because you have values, you have a structure, you have, look at your smile. It's a whole package, right? And you did that. You made those decisions, you created that for yourself, and you're making other business owners' life so much easier.
Yeah. And that's special. That's I knew I had goals and things, like reasons I wanted to start the business, and I've wanted to do this for a long time. And then as it's all come together, it's like the biggest thing I can do for people is that, it gives them back some time. Like what I do can be tricky, and it can be complicated and daunting for with social media, and people, not everyone knows how to do that, but and they might spend days just trying to do one task that might take me an hour. So to give them back that time means they can invest more in their clients, or they can spend more time with their family. So that's I've gotten to a place where I can really show people that's the kind of person I am, and it's working.
Yeah, it really, really is working. And you're building amazing relationships as well, and you're creating your authority in your field, hands down. Hands down. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. And thank you for coming on here and stretching yourself even more. This is another complete first and another complete success. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for coming into my world, and thank you so much for sharing your journey with everyone here. I'm so grateful. Is there anything else that you want to say or share?
Look, I have to brag about your book. That having the conscious
Segue.
that's the one. Yeah, I've been reading that along the journey too, and in the conscious creation community, we've done the 12 insights. So it's not just about business; it's about you. So if you have things that are holding you back, then these elements, when you bring them all together, will just help you be your best self. So just do it. In the words of Nike. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, I would love for you in the comments of this live, would you please put all of your contact details and all of your business details? Because I would love for other business owners to see this, see what you're about, to understand what you can create for them to feel a connection with you and be able to follow you and hire you as well, because you've done the work, you've got the business, you've got the testimonials, you've got clients backing you, you've got me backing you, and you back yourself, and that's the most important thing. So thank you so much for this morning, Courtney. I'm so grateful, and I'm so proud of you. I can't celebrate you enough.
I'm so grateful for you as well. Like you've helped me find myself, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you.
You're so welcome. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Courtney's going to put all of her details below here, because I would love for you, if you're looking for a virtual assistant, to reach out and go to Courtney and Kismet VA. You will definitely find someone who is heart-centered, who will look after you and help you gain time back. And if you are interested in learning more about the Conscious Creation Business Accelerator, my 12-week program, if you want to go from 1 client to 8 clients, or you want to create your dream business, then please, I will put my details below, and I would love for you to learn more about the 12-week program and what it can do for you. So you can book a clarity call with me and we can have that conversation. Thank you again, Courtney, and thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you again soon. Bye.
Bye.